Hey, what's up, everybody? All right, I don't know if. Oh, how about some music? Oh, some music a little bit. Let's turn that on. Am I streaming? I don't see anybody on here. There it is. What's up? What's up? Hey, Mika. All right. I'm gonna take this off so I can hear you guys. Okay. There's some people right there. What's up, everyone? Do me a favor, and before I get too deep into this, let me know if the music is too loud or you can't hear it. I want you to be able to hear me, but I also don't want it to be boring. I want you to be able to hear the music. So let me know. If you are, what's up, Tim? If you are new to the stream, my name is Mike Thompson, and I am an illustrator and ZBrush user / enthusiast. What's up, Don Shata? Okay, cool. Music is all right. All right, so I got a lot to do today, so I'm gonna jump right into it. The stuff I can hear, not too loud. Excellent. Angel, what's up? So the stuff you see on the screen here is work that I've done for Marvel cards for Upper Deck, and I use ZBrush to make like some real loose base models of these first, and then use them as reference to do the illustration, right? So if you saw, if you saw Mr. Mustache, what's up? If you saw my last stream, you know I'm working on Hulk. I am actually going to be detailing it today. R.I.P. Iron Man. No spoilers, dude. What are you doing? Somebody get my band hammer. Yeah, so I figured what I'd do is show you where Hulk came from, right? Because that would be fun. Here he is. This is what it started off looking like, which is, as you can tell, 99% done right now. I could have said, put a pin in this and been done, right? If I wanted to. Could have said, that's it. I don't want to do anymore, and I don't have to do anymore. But I didn't. So anyway, all right, let's keep it going. All right, that's that. It has gone a little bit further, and now it's looking more like this, right? Which is better, a little bit better. And I am going in and working on just tweaking the anatomy a little bit, fixing it, and then I'm gonna get the details. So I have very little left to do that, as far as anatomy goes. The beat of the music is making it distracting. All right, I'll turn it down a little bit. It's cool. A little bit. I don't want it to be too loud. All right, let me know if you can still hear it. Did I do the right one? Desktop audio. Let me turn it down here. Turn it down a little bit. All right. Okay. So let me know if that is still distracting. So I want you to be able to hear the music, but I want you to be able to hear me too. All right. Thank you, Tim. All right, cool. So let's keep it going. I have, as always, plenty of reference. I'm using the PureRef app here. And I'll type it in the bottom. If you aren't familiar, it is PureRef. All right. A little bit. You did a lot. A little bit. So anyway, lot of reference here for anatomy. This is the only reason the only reason I was able to go from this on the left. Come on, baby. from this to that, right? I thought this one on the left, I started this like 2 years ago and put it down, by the way, but I thought this one on the left was pretty right, and there's things that are not right at all. So, and there's still some stuff I'm gonna fix right now on this guy that are bugging me, like the transition of the pec into the shoulder. So let's go over here. I am kind of figuring out a base right now, so it's kind of rough, but I'm gonna print this guy at quarter scale. That's the dream. So we're talking about 18 inches tall, and I don't want to necessarily distract from him. So I just want to have like a real limited base with maybe, you just beat Iron Man's tail. Right. So anyway, that is that. Let's see. F Beast. All right. Thank you. I can't read Russian. Thank you. I hope it says something good. Don't be hacking me, bro. Perfect. Now it's good, sir. Okay. Hey, congratulations to your work. I love so much. Oh, let's go. Awesome. Thank you. I would love to see it. All right, cool. So let's keep it moving. I want to get a lot done today. So what I'm going to do is switch to the lasso, switch to this lasso. If you are new to Stream Cookie, what's up? Thank you. Brad Grotman. Yo, everyone knows Brad Grotman. That's my, actually, Brad is like my, what's that dude's name? Dave Chappelle's partner. So like Brad is the guy I always talk about that helps me with getting my poses as dynamic as possible. So you should have seen it before. It was a wreck. It's boring. All right, so let's get this in here. And Brad is at work, by the way, not at home watching YouTube. All right, cool. So yeah, I went in last time. I don't know if I had all this done before, but I was like doing fingernails and toenails and realized that taking it out of symmetry was a little bit tedious, but I got pretty fast at doing fingernails and toenails, so it wasn't a complete loss. All right, I want to go first to make sure that my layers are turned on. I have to have everything visible, I believe. All right, there he is. I've soloed him out, that's why he looks like an old man now. And let's go to layers. Okay, good, it's recording. All right, so basically all that means is I can, I'm gonna store a new morph target too, by the way. So if I do something I don't like, I can back up. It's like it's fail safe, y'all. Morph target. All right, so let's see what he looks like before morph target. Yeah, so I went in and did some refinements to his pecs, right, and I think his deltoids, a little bit of veins and stuff. So it's getting there. All right, so I like that. I'm going to delete this one and store a new one. So if you're new to ZBrush, get this light out of my face. If you're new to ZBrush, that's good, because if I go in and say I do something that I don't like, right? Oh no, I just messed it up, what? I can switch back to the original, right? So delete that and store. It's like working with a, what's the thing you put under people that do high wire stuff to keep them from falling to their death? That thing. What's up, Django? Side effects, what's up? Mike, how much do you worry about topology when it comes to illustration for ZBrush for illustration? So topology is something that I like to be mindful of, because I don't like to go super high with my polygon count. And also I like for my deformation points to be pretty good. So if you look at the low res of this, this is, you know, it makes sense, right? So if I want to move his arm, I can do it without it just deforming really badly. If I want to bend his elbow, there's you know, the loops are kind of heading around the way that makes sense. Same with his fingers, right? So that's, topology is a big thing for me. I like it. I like topology. I'm a friend to topology. All right, happy to see you again. What's up, Dan, for the channel? He's from Tunisia, yo. All right, so let's go in and get these pecs right, because mine are not looking quite correct here. And I see this dude is kind of beefy. I'm gonna use him as reference. Oops. I'll keep the head on there so I can see what I'm doing. All right, and I'm just gonna use the clay buildup. All I've used mostly for this is the clay buildup and the dam standard. All right. And it's great because it allows me to get that look of striations if I go in the direction of the muscle, which is nice. So kind of for the rest of this, there's not a whole lot of teaching involved. This is just kind of me doing the work. So if you guys have questions about anything that I'm doing, please holler at me and I will be happy to answer them. All right, can you still hear the music, by the way? Is it too low? I wish I could just do it one time and have it locked in so I won't have to ask. Let's see this light too. A lot of times moving the light around helps. Just see what's happening. Yeah. Music is fine. Awesome. All right. How much poly you go max? What's my maximum polygon count? I don't really have one. So I usually only subdivide to support what I'm doing. So when I was doing most of this, I was, it looked like this, right? For most of his body, it looked like this. So under 100,000 polys. And then as I started needing detail, I just would subdivide as needed. So now I'm here, right? And when I start putting in skin pores and like high frequency details, I will divide it again, maybe a couple times. I'm crazy, man. I don't even care. I'll keep dividing this thing up as far as I can. Have a billion polys. All right. Tag. Haha, Odenton. What's up? It's an inside joke. I'm close to Odenton. All right. So his back, pretty good. I reached out to Ryan Kingsland to just go through and tell me, you know, if there's any major things I should look out for. So Ryan is like the man. but he's the Hulk, so I don't mind if it's a little, you know, ridiculous. Let's see, back in the stream. Thank you. Alright, still share PureRef file with reference. Alright, so if you want any of my reference, go to my, do I have it on there? Everything for me is Mike T Artworks, by the way, but go to my Pinterest page and at Mike T Artworks. Oops, just artworks.com. All right, go to Mike T Artworks and on Pinterest. Why is my stuff not showing up? Can you guys see my? That's weird. I can't see when I type stuff. I don't like that at all. Let's see, notifications. Anybody in here from Pixelogic or in here who uses this that can tell me why my responses don't show up in the chat would be great. Aloha. You often listen to music. I do. I listen to music all the time while working. Normally, it is it's stuff that is not DRM free, like you know, hip hop that I kind of came up with, or I don't know, like house music or something. Little Biggie. I date myself when I start talking about music, so I tend to stay away from that. And I hate everything my kids like, so there you go. I'm at that age now. All of their music, it doesn't make sense to me at all. Don't tell them I said that. Oops, turn this on. All right, cool. The other thing I was doing was his pants. His pants, I've done a lot. So I think I have jeans on here somewhere. Somewhere. I'm friends with Ramel Chopra, and he is the gold standard for detailing. So I got all of his Lobo images. Like, Ramel is a beast. His stuff is ridiculous. He just did a Hellboy on ArtStation. If you've seen it, that's his. And he does stuff that's crazy. So shout out to Ramel. It's my boy. I like to reach out to people who are more skilled than I am, so I can, you know, I can learn from them, obviously. I had jeans. Didn't I have jeans? I had jeans somewhere. That's the other thing about PureRef. Make sure you save frequently, because I added a bunch of jeans on here and now I don't have them. So let's get some jeans right quick, shall we? I'll go on to Google. Google. Get this out of the way. PureRef does tend to clutter up your screen because it stays on top. All right, let's see what else is going on. What's up in Peru? Dynamesh. No, I don't really mess with Dynamesh too much. What are we talking about? This is all just regular Geo. How often do you put the screenshot on ZBrush like that? PureRef, I keep it on all the time, actually. All right, let's look at these dad jeans, shall we? Some dad jeans right here. I just want the images large. Large. Oh, here it is, size. Large. There you go. Okay, jeans. The ones with the rips in them are good. So the good thing about this is I can, yeah, this is the Hulk. I can just grab these, open a new, open image, and new tab. I can just grab and drag these on and then size them. All right, move this so I can see the thing. Just joined and might be a repetitive grab. Are you using Quadro for your Uber reference? No, this is PureRef, P-U-R-R-E-F. Is what this is right here. Let's get this. Okay. Drag this over here. The stuff that's really helpful is the images from the side. So let's get some side jeans here. Skinny jeans. Everybody's got these skinny jeans, man. Oops. Stop it. Stop it. This is what I want. Oh, dude. Pushing the wrong buttons. What the hell? This and this, right? Grab. No. This. There it is. That was crazy. All right. So now that I'm doing, are you doing any painting today? If not, I'm going to record it. So the process now last. Oh, poly painting, not today. No. That was just, I wanted you guys to get a quick kind of view of how I do it. But today is going to be detailing, and I'll make my way back over to poly painting later. All right. That's not good. Come on, dude. You know what though? I don't like the stripe, but I do like the rest of it. So let's grab that. Jeez. There's a key combination that lets me size this in PureRef, and I'm doing it. It's very similar to what you do to grab stuff and pull it off, and that's why I keep messing up here. All right, but maybe one more, and I can move on. I like the wrinkles. It's good for me. Those rips are good too. I'll take that. Damn it, I keep hitting the wrong button. This and this. Okay. Okay. And then the sizes. All right, cool. So that's good for now. And unlike, get out of here. Move this. Move. There it is. All right. Unlike last time, I'm going to save because I've gotten jeans like 5 times already. Drink some coffee. All right. Okay, the other thing is I have some reference from my other Hulk sculpt and a marvelous pair of pants I did a long time ago that will, it's good because I can see, you know, some better folds, right? So this piece here is from my Hulk that's running. And if we solo this, you can see, you know, like I kind of went all out on this one. I'm going to do the same thing with this guy. And I also have these marvelous designer pants. Okay. And I can see how the compression folds on his, on the back of his knees go. Right, so that's good for me too. So let's only show the pants. Let's do that, shall we? What's up, Beto? What's up, the 10 of Slug? Alright, so I want to move I'm gonna move this over here. And let's group the base so I can turn that off. New folder. Alright, then I can just drag all this stuff in here. Look at this. Take that out. And I can turn this off now. Alright, there you go. Folders for the win. It helps if I'm selecting the right thing. Let's see, do I have it? Why is nothing happening? Windows did a update without my approval yesterday, so hopefully everything still works. I didn't want it to do an update, but it did. One thing about PureRef, no matter where it is, it's in the way for me. So if I get quiet in here, sorry, just chime in and I'll start talking again. This is just the standard brush with a alpha on it, like a circular alpha. Good thing about these jeans and using the clay buildup is that it can stay rough like this and it only adds to the texture. Like it helps it look more like jeans. Let's move this light so I can see what we're doing.
Are you listening?
How do you turn it into a low poly? Just retopologize it. I saved the low poly mesh, so I can take it down already, and then just project the details back if I want to. You're talking about if you're going to bring it into something like Substance or use it for game design, I'm assuming. But because it is going to be for a statue, I'm not so concerned with that. one thing I haven't touched yet are the pockets. So let's kind of go in there and get those. And these, everything on here, pockets, pant loops, or belt loops, this little pocket right here, that all began as a poly cube, as a Q cube rather. So if I grab the pocket and turn it on solo and then take it down, you can see it is super low, right? It's super clean. I was able to make that ridge that goes around it, and it helps out big time, right? So same thing with the loops on his pants. I just want to make sure that this sits on top of the geometry of the pants. How long have I been using ZBrush? 5 years? Like 5 years? Yeah, something like 5 years. So I have a friend who is in the industry, and he does a lot of movie stuff and TV stuff. And he asks me every time, he's like, "Why don't you just use Marvelous to do the clothing?" And I told him, I was just like, you know, I really enjoy sculpting wrinkles. Like for some reason, it's relaxing to me. So that's why. That's why I still like Marvelous. I own it, and it definitely, when you're doing things that are super dynamic, you know, like capes and things like that, it gives you some really nice results. I mean, I'm not even going to front. It gives you great results for everything. It's an awesome application. But I like doing it the old-fashioned way. So I don't care if I mess up the frame thing that goes around here. I just wanted those loops to be in the right place, so when I go back in and detail them, the geometry kind of supports what I want to do. So I don't mind if they get screwed up here. I meant to get new music before the stream, but it's been a crazy week. I'm working on a project for a client that would normally take a month, and they want it in like 2 weeks. So I've been burning the midnight oil, staying up late. I'll turn the microphone. I don't even know if you guys can still hear me. Skinny jean stuff is actually good for me because everything the Hulk would wear would be skinny jeans, right? Hey, what's up, Bagger? I like these wrinkles on the Marvelous version that are coming off of his pocket. Like, that's something that I would have never known to do if I didn't see it. It's tricky getting everything in the frame here. Alright, you know what? It would be easier. Let's see, frame. Be easier if I just took a screenshot of these other pants. Let's do that. You don't have to keep moving stuff. Let's get this here. That's way better. Okay. Only jeans, but these are like Ferrari Levi jeans. Thank you, thank you. too. I need a really good side seam. Do I have anything? No. Alright, let's just grab one more. Let's grab one more thing. Where is... Oh, don't do that, Chrome. Come on. Sometimes Chrome does a thing where it doesn't want to be visible. Close this. Seriously? Alright, I gotta quit it. Let's try opening it again. Alright, I need... That's a terrible picture. That's not so good. That's better. All right. That's good. Probably tiny. What are you doing, man? What? Why is it doing that? Not a fan of Chrome. There you go. Now, of course, it's a little teeny tiny image. It's probably gonna look like garbage because it won't expand now. Hate you, Chrome. For real? What's wrong with this? It won't do anything here. Okay, there you go. That was weird. This is really good. I'll take that. And side. Let's get that side and I'm good. It's too small. Just need a side seam, man. I don't know why this is being so difficult. Oh, that's awesome. I'll take that. Come on now, just grab that image. Okay. Alright, I think Google's gotten wise to what I'm doing here. Open image, a new tab. There you go. I gotta get what I came here for. If I don't see what this side seam looks like, it's gonna bug me. How many hours you work in a day for a client? Advise about time management for a young. Okay, yeah. So as far as the hours go, I don't charge hourly. I charge per project. So genes. So what that means is I like, for instance, this job I'm working on now that I just took that normally would take a lot longer. The client accepted the price I threw out to them. I didn't expect that, so I'm staying up all night to get it done. Oh, come on, man! This is just give me the thing. All right, just give me the picture, please. There it is. Yeah, so that's that. I have a lot of friends that work hourly, like they charge hourly. I don't like that because the client is very much, just, I don't want to see this clear, get out of here. The client is kind of, looking at the clock, and I would rather just give them something that really, knocks their socks off. And if it takes me more time than I expected, that's one to grow on. I kind of keep that in mind for the next project and, pad that into whatever I charge. All right, sorry, I'm looking as I'm talking to you. I hope that helped. Let's see what else we have here. Mood boards. All right, Pure, P-U-R-R-E-F, Puref. Although I still can't see. Oh, there. Wait, no. When I type something, it disappears for me. It's so weird. Let me know if you guys can see what I type. Please. Because it's acting crazy for me. Alright, this is... So I can tell already that these genes are going to need some more resolution because it's looking very, aliased when I try to give detailing. And you can see they're already, did I have it at the top here? Yeah, you can see they're already a million polys. So there should be like 3 now. Let's see, divide 4.6. Yeah, these are some big genes. And they still... Yeah, that's better though. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna decimate this when I'm done. Test. Thanks, Michtato. You can't see my stuff? I don't know why it's doing that. Appearance. Just please move out of the way. There you go. Compact mode, background. All right. Anybody in here from Pixelogic or that knows why it's doing this, please let me know. So I would like for you to see what I'm doing. Restart. Yeah, I could restart, but I don't want to lose. I don't want to lose what I have here. Great thing about genes is kind of the more wobbly the lines are, the better they look, the more realistic they look, I think. of those things where it has to be super precise. I have my Cintiq up a little higher than I normally do too. That's why if it looks awkward the way that I'm drawing, normally it's angled down more. So if you're wondering, these pants do have UVs already, and I have surface noise. It's just turned off. So if I was to go turn it on, let me move this PureRef out of the way. Subtle surface. You can see that it's got a gene texture on it. This is kind of small, probably. I would probably have to make this larger in order for it to actually print. But that's as easy as just going in and messing with the scale over here. There you go. How's that? That's about right. That looks good. So let's see. Zoom. Something like that. Turn the strength up a little bit. Actually, a little larger. Come on, baby. Let's see what this looks like. Alright, so that's ridiculously heavy, but turn this down a little bit. Like that, and turn the strength down a little bit. A little bit, and say okay. All right, so if we turn the Hulk back on, and turn off Solo, then it looks like that. All right, which is better. I'll probably really I'd put this on a layer and before I apply it, so I can actually maybe double it. When I apply this, it's not going to be as deep as this. And when I go to do the what is it? When I go to do the print, I want it to be able to pick up. So I'm also getting a little bit of a repeating kind of square pattern here. I don't know if that's picking up on your screen or not. But yeah, surface noise is the bomb. Let's turn that off. Subtle surface, turn off. There you go. Now I can see what I'm doing again. My wife! Alright. So, you know what would be easier? Why don't I just grab a little bit of this at a time? That's much better. It helps also, see, I don't need all this geometry when I'm doing folds. It's cleaner if I take it down low and kind of work in those forms, and then just kind of subdivide as I need to. Step up a little bit here. I think part of the reason that I like ZBrush so much as a, coming from a 2D background is that it feels like I'm sketching in these forms, like I'm not really a 3D type of a person, so if I had to do something, obviously you can't do this kind of detail in a box modeler, but, like I'm not really, that's not my thing. So being able to sculpt it in here is fun. All right, let's see what I want to do here. I really like these, like the acid wash where the foldovers give that look, but that's more of a, I think that's the last thing I would do. Oh, this is dope. This is perfect, actually. I'll use this. Thank you. I've been back for a while. I see a lot of guys saying it's good to see me back. I ended up, I was down for a while. I had some stuff going on, and I'm in a new spot now and streaming every other week. So I'll be back here 2 weeks from now. Got my head on straight. I'm glad to be back. So I definitely want to get around to the stitches today because that's going to really make this jump off. But it helps to have all the main details done before you get to that point. What do you do in order to make the UV for the textures? I'm having so much trouble adding. Why is this on here? Get out of here. Having so much trouble adding different textures for all the different parts of the clothes you see brush removal. Thanks, man. I actually, all right. So for quick and dirty stuff, I do the UVs right in here. And if not, I'll jump into something like Maya, just because, you know, it's a little easier for me to use their UV room, their UV like editor. But most stuff now, I'm in such a hurry to get them done because I don't really care about having great UVs. You know what I mean? Like I'm not really using this for you know, game development or to be animated or anything like that. So I just need something that's going to give me good enough UVs that I can get texture on the character, right? So that can totally be done right in here. But if it's something that's like more intense, I'll just hop into something like Maya or 3D Code, something like that. My friend showed me UV Peel, I think it's called. That's really cool looking, but I believe it's a subscription model, and I have enough subscriptions right now. People get on me all the time, like my friends who do this for a living get on me all the time for not really having my UV game as tight as it could be. That's the other reason why I'm not in Substance as much as I, should be. Because I hate doing UVs. I don't like it. It's like homework. I have a friend named Tony who does Retopo and makes UVs like nothing. Oh no, half the universe is gone, y'all. What'd I just do? That's a nerd callback. Cheers. Unfolding UVs and massive stamping, or you go normals. Yeah. I'd like to be able to hand my stuff off to somebody and have them do that part, because I don't like it. And then when they give it back, I had a friend actually who did, he made UVs for my Carnage, and then I took that into Substance and went to town. Like, that was fun. Doing pants with Dynamesh, if so, zero. No, this is not Dynamesh. This is polygons. I don't really mess with Dynamesh that much. Never got into it. And I know that, like, I could probably get this same look in Marvelous in, way less time. But the fact of the matter is, converting stuff back to polygons and getting it clean and not having the seams come apart, even when I say weld seams, like they always, for me, some reason, the seams in the most inopportune places will not be welded together, and I don't like that, so I'd just rather sculpt it. Actually, this back would be more tight because it's going around. more. Let's not do that. Picture is useless. Delete. Oh, this is what I want right here. That'll do. Alright, now I do have a brush I can use for this part. So let's unhide. Double turned on too. Let's turn that off. All right, just make it a mask. In the way, get out of the way, get out of the way. Brush. Clothing, cloth. Wrinkles, I think this is the good one. Let's see. Oh, you. God, why didn't I save? Please. Please let this be here. Alright. Apparently I got a crash. So while that's doing its thing, anybody have any questions about anything? Recovered. Come on. They look more organic and realistic. Wait a minute, I'm having a problem making the fold. So they look more reference. Like reference. And turn off symmetry, you know? Like, I mean, it's a pain, but you gotta do it. You gotta do it, folks, or we won't have a country. Get out of symmetry every once in a while. This is taking a really long time. It shouldn't take this long. I'm not feeling good about this. It should be open already. Come on, man. See, this is what happens when you don't save. Nope, not good. Not good. I blame Windows for that update. I had updates on pause, and I went to bed, and saw my computer came back on, and it was already halfway through the update. So I'm pretty sure this is, I gotta terminate this. Close the program. Let's try this again. ZBrush. Okay. recovered. Come on. God, I hope that didn't get corrupted. It usually pops right up. It's too much, y'all. Come on. This is not... This is... Come on, man. Seriously. Alright, well, I have earlier quick saves. Just in case. Maybe that particular project is corrupt. Because it never takes us damn long. This is garbage. Let's try it again. Close it. Yeah, by all means, tell Microsoft how it's not working now, because they care. Did I say that? Microsoft, if you want to sponsor me, I love your product. Alright, let's try this. I'm going to grab a different one. How about this one? Okay, is this working? Frame. Nope. Let's try this one. Okay, clear. Clear! Frame. Oops, I guess I should. T. No. Come on, what are you doing here? Don't do this, man. Shit. Alright, I'll just grab the tool this time. There you go. T, frame, new. There it is. Alright, that was crazy. That was crazy. Alright, let's solo. Also, maybe let's save this time, shall we? Save as. Cancel. Hulk. Okay. Back in the game, baby. Alright. Let's try this again, shall we? We back? Okay. Now hopefully the thing I opened, the brush I opened last time is not going to make me crash again. Cloth. this one. Let's try this one this time. There it is. All right, thank you. All right, so I made these VDM brushes that, let's turn off RGB, that allow me to go in and do repetitive stuff that I don't want to do a million times here. So let's actually turn up the intensity. It's actually pretty high. Let's turn it up a little more. Yeah, it's better. I found myself sculpting these little wrinkly things on the sides of the jeans a ton of times, and I don't like that, so I made a brush. There's an app for that. Let's get this, skip, this, skip. Just gonna mask it a little better. Also, I want them the same size, so maybe I'll do a drag dot instead of a drag rec. Bigger? How big is this? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's better. What you know about it? Gotta work. Alright, let's get the pockets. Oh, pockets for something else. Actually, I can clean up this thing here. Always in the way. Just I'm gonna move this to another screen. I mean, it's just always in the way. Sorry, guys. This light a little better too. Let's see what I'm doing. It's funny, I was looking at the earlier version of this guy before I actually sculpted in a butt for him, and that didn't sound professional at all. Sorry. Before I sculpted that in, and it was like nothing there. So the jeans just looked ridiculous. He had like a flat backside. So I had to go in and sculpt that, and it helped. It's good to have the the underlying structure there for you to sculpt on top of. That was another thing a friend said to me last night was, why are you bothering you know, to sculpt the anatomy when it's going to be covered up with clothes. And I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Alright, so that's not bad. It would probably be easier to use the mask pen to paint this in. Alright, let's see. Let's hide this. Notice my main closes that if I add the folds in different seams of form, keep adding volumes, new forms start to morph, lose the tightness of the quads. Go over the place, tips, right? Starts to morph, lose the tightness, and the quads go all over the place. Another Marvel character, yeah. I posted this on 10,000 hours or something, and some dude got like angry. He's like, "Hey, another Hulk." I'm like, yeah, everybody gets one. Let's see. I don't know Mandonga Donga. I usually just keep it so that you know, if it starts to get too loose, like if you start to put in too many loose folds like this, I look back at the you know, I look back at pictures, like Skinny Jeans pictures are really good, and even that Marvelous thing that I did before, because it shows where the stretching is going to happen. So like on here, he's got a lot of folds, but he's also blown out the entire fronts of these jeans and the sides. If they weren't, you know, ripped like that, then obviously they'd be, you know, be way tighter. You wouldn't have half of these folds. So I don't know if that helps or not, but yeah, just refer back to the pictures and make sure that it fits on your anatomy really well. Like you can see right here, I have it kind of just fitting on the muscles of his legs. All right. Let me see something real quick. Hold on a second. Okay, good. I got a new cat, and maintenance was over here yesterday and let her run out. So I'm getting nervous because she's like quiet. Now what I should probably do is polygroup these areas, so then I don't have to do this more than once. It's always easier for me just to use the lasso. Okay, tool. Where's masking, hide mask. All right, so the mask is still there. I'm just hidden it, and I'm gonna go back to my wrinkle brush. I still drag dot? Yes, excellent. Okay, but the size is different now. I should have paid attention to the size. Yeah, this is smaller than it was before. Let's make it larger. Jeans. here. Turn this, it's weird. There you go. I'm gonna go that direction. That's the only thing about drag dot. You gotta be careful how you orient it, or else it's gonna be in the wrong direction. All right. No intention at all to animate this. Not at all. I would have had to do, like if I was going to animate this, I would have done this in a relax pose, so that when the rigger goes in and adds the, the joints and bones and all that to it, they would, it'd be in symmetry. So everything that I've sculpted, for the most part, has been out of symmetry, which is terrible for an animator. So that is not the, that's not what I'm going to do. Looks like you have really nice detail on those pants. How many polygons used for clothing? Example of pants, 3 million, 4 million. Subdivision. Yeah, so the only place where I really, right now, I'm running into having to have this thing divided up. Right now it's at 4.6 million. But that's only because I am starting to go in there and get some really tight cuts with the dam standard. If I go down a subdivision level, you can see that for the most part I'm able to keep everything. That's 1.1 million polys, but it just gets kind of messy on these seams. So, and that's again what I was talking about, like I'll divide up as I need it. All right, so I'm just going to remove this. Oops. I'm going to remove the mask. Right, so that's gone. And then I can go in and just kind of detail. Just some of the areas that are too soft. And because this is going to be printed so large, I really care about all these details. Like I normally would sweat this stuff just because of, OCD, but this time it really matters. It matters, you guys, to me. All right. Damn standard, that's what I want. Let's try slash. Not like that either. How about this one? I just want a clean cut. Also, let's turn up the radius on that. Turn down the intensity. It's cool. I don't need that actually. Need some resolution on these pictures. That's what I need right there. That's good. What am I doing on time? 2:32. Okay. I do want to get back and do start to detail him as well at some point. Have you done a manual retopology for this model of ZRemesher? No, I just kept the. So I had, if you look at the body, this is the lowest level of subdivision, right? Which is clean. And so to make the pants, what I did was I just kind of isolated the legs, and I copied them, deleted everything else, and then I did a Q-mesh to pull them out and started sculpting. So that's how I got to this point. So if I drop down, you can see pants are still clean. I think I might have done a Z-remesh. Yeah, I did actually. I'm looking at these holes. So after I added the holes, I went and did a Z-remesh just to kind of keep the creasing around them. If you know what I'm saying. All right. Yeah, I should probably save. By Levi's Distress Jeans, exactly. It's the jean episode, y'all. Also, send me jeans, Levi's. see. Clean pants. Thank you. I like jeans because they are like really kind of chaotic. And you can just really make some weird forms and they look real. It's almost one of those things where if they look too clean, they don't look like real jeans, you know. Like those J.C. Penney jeans. All right. So that's, I should have grouped that. I'm gonna group that? Yeah, let's group this. Let's make a poly group, shall we? And I only want it on the outside. How about that? Oops. Yeah. I think I have a brush for a zigzag stitch somewhere. Let's see. Brush. This one. Oh no, this is let's use some of these. Let's see. Sometimes these little brushes that I made to get the wrinkles are a really good starting point to see, you know, where to go in and sculpt up. like add and subtract areas. Just make it look real loose. Let's turn on this. Let's turn on this. Turn off these Marvelous pants. Oh, pockets. Pockets would help. Let's turn those back on. Yeah, it's all about the pockets. Alright, let's just do a quick render. Oh, it didn't save any of my... I forgot I crashed. It didn't save any of my settings. Let's fix that real quick. Shadow. Turn up the res. A little more blur. Filters. Sharpen. And I think that's it. Oh, and is it using my color? My base material? Let's try this again. Yeah. That's mine. All right. No, for these pants I did not use Marvelous Designer. I did for another pair on my Hulk that's running, and I sculpted on top of that as well. So thank you though. All right, this light is too bright. Light. Let's grab this one. Turn this down a little bit. And it helps to catch some of the especially if I'm doing like wrinkles and stuff, it helps to move the lights around and get, you know, different angles. Oh yeah, that's better. All right. Thank you. Thanks, man. All right. So that's that. See from the back. One thing I did on my other Hulk that I kind of want to do on this one is let's grab this. Alright, let's do something else. Hold on a sec. Solo. Lower sub-D levels in this? I do not. I applied the subdivisions to this. This is why you always keep low sub-D levels, you guys. This is going to be a mess, but I can just resculpt it. It's not a big deal. Switch to the pin. Because this is a print, I can't have anything really kind of floating in the air here, so I gotta, you know, be mindful of that. Yeah, I don't love that. Don't love it. Not gonna use it. So this is what happens when you don't have enough geometry and try to use these VDMs. They're just kind of like, yuck, you know. So let's divide this. Let's see how big it is. Yeah, it's only 340,000 polys for all of this. Let's let's divide. See if I have enough now. Yeah, it's good. It's okay if it's a little aliased, doesn't matter. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see something. Oh, no, that's cool. I just want to get rid of this plastic look. Alright, that's that. Let's see. Again, these loops wouldn't be pressed up against his pants like this, but because I'm printing it, I don't want to have a whole lot of places for this to be separated. Yeah, I actually have a noise texture assigned to this already. So if I go and I had it on earlier, but if I go to my surface and turn it on, you can see. There it is. I'm still playing with the the depth and the scale and all that, but it's there. Oh no, I'm getting that feeling like when I went to see Avengers in like the 2.5 hour mark and realized that I shouldn't have drank water so much. much longer do I have? Oh my god, that's still another hour. Right, that's why did I drink so much coffee before the stream? That was not smart at all. Brazil, what's up, Thunder Art? Hey, KTM Creations. Did you use Marvelous Designer? Hard work of the Haskell. No. So this began as the I just took the pants the legs for him, and it did an extraction, and then put the cuts and all that stuff in there and started sculpting the cloth on top. This is not Marvelous.
My man. My man. My man.
Let me cut this off. It's blowing my spot here. What are these things supposed to? Alright, where are these jeans? I forgot where these things stop. I think of below. Whoa, that thing there. here sweating stuff that nobody's ever going to notice but me. I'm just going to backfill this. I wanted to make sure that I had back face masking on so it doesn't mess up front. But I want to make sure that it's still messed up the front. Why is it doing that? Let's see. Oh, because I don't have it on. Yeah, that's what it's supposed to look like. Alright, that is that loop. Whole lot of loops. It's actually short here. Alright guys, I need to, yeah, it takes patience for real. I need to mute for 1 second, bear with me just really quickly. I will be right back. Alright, desktop audio. right, let's see. Where was I? This one. Is this, yeah, that's right. All right, so I'm gonna get to something a little more fun than this in a second. Let me just get this last one tightened up here. Then we can do some stitches. All right, stitch time. Yeah, almost stitch time. Very nearly stitch time. All right, let's get some stitches going on here. Save first. Yes, save. All right, now the way I normally do the stitches is I have a brush that I made a whole bunch of different stitches. And I use that cloth. Let's see, where is it? Cloth. Oh, stitches. The one that actually says stitches. All right, let's see. IMM master. That's the one I want. So the only thing about this is, let's see, I want a single needle chain stitch. Yeah, you got to get rid of the subdivision levels. All right, so what I'm going to do here is I will make a clone of these pants. Right, actually, yeah, I'm gonna make a clone of these pants. Right, now they're on their own subtool. Their own subtool here. And I can jump down. I'll keep it at the high sub D level. I'll just delete. I'll delete the lower subdivision levels. Right. Okay. So now I can't divide down lower any lower than this. But the good thing is I can go in and I can make my stitches like that, right? And those are a little big. What's this one? That's a short chain, short. Nope. This one chain stitch. All right. The other thing I definitely want to do is make sure that these stitches are in the geometry. So I could do it one of two ways, right? I could do it with this brush, which basically makes a new subtool and it lays it on top, right? And that's cool as long as it's deep enough in the geometry that it's not floating, because it will never print. That's also really small, so let's make it a little bigger. And the spacing is super tight. What am I doing here? That's better. That's better. All right, is that in the geometry? Yeah. Yeah, so that's not bad actually. All right, maybe I could vary it a little more just to make sure. Modifiers, nope. Curve, functions, curve, modifier, curve. Curve functions. Maybe it's under brush. I'm looking for, yeah, depth is what I'm looking for. All right, so let's lower that a little bit. Click. Yeah, that's good. All right, that's good. So what I can do is I can undo these. Okay. I can go, I can lose my voice real quick. How about that? I'm just gonna hide part of this. Makes it a little easier. Let's get this stitch on, y'all. Oh, I thought I deleted the subdivision levels. Didn't I? Delete lower. And let's get the light so we can see what the hell we're doing here. Turn that on, turn that off. Alright, that's cool. Again, remember this is printing pretty big, so as long as I have the stitches inside of the geometry of this thing, then I'm good. You know, it's okay that they're small. So let's see. It looks pretty all right. Oh, you know what? Actually, let's use a double for that one. Yeah, that's cool. Let's check the brush again. So it was 7 before. This is. I don't like how it's going into the geometry. That's too much. Yeah, see, it's easier. I could leave that actually. It's easier to pull this up than to push it in to the pants, if that makes any sense to you guys. So I want to make sure that it's definitely not floating above the pants, or else it's just gonna, when you do a 3D print, it's just gonna be a mess. You'll lose it all. Alright, and that's pretty close to what I want. Alright, so let's, while it's masked, if I want to, I can move it over a little bit, kind of clean it up. And then later on, what I can do if I decide that these look a little small is I can inflate them, and that's gonna, you know, it's gonna help me out big time. All right, there's that. Let's get these ones in the back. And I like to, oh wait, this is, okay, no. All right, so the thing about what I'm doing now is I only care about the stitches, right? I don't care about the pants, because I have, I've gotten rid of my lower subdivision levels. So I'll be deleting these pants and just taking the stitches and pasting them onto the other Hulk. If you know what I'm saying. Size, I want this to be, what did I say, 7? Let's see what 8 looks like. Yeah, 8's alright. And because I have lazy mouse on, it's, you know, it's easier to draw these things out over long distances. Time. I'm actually going to do one, and I'll do it below this. I think it'll be easier to see it. And maybe I'll do one up here. Oops. You can do that. Ah, come on. Hey, what's up, Old Wolf? How often am I on? Every other week. The schedule is on the Pixelogic page, so you can check me out there. Oh, you know what? Let's delete that. Try it again. Usually like the 1st and the 15th, something like that. So the other thing that's good about doing the stitches this way, as far as I'm concerned, is I can, I can subdivide them separately and still get the detail. Like the mesh would have to be super high to retain the, something this small. So, and it is, but it's just easier to have them be their own thing. As long as they are not, like I said, as long as they're not floating on top of the geometry, then I'm good. All right, what's the size on this? 8. I like 8. We like 8. Yeah. And this is like, this area over here is very wrinkled, so it's one of those things where I gotta be careful. But I can pull it out and then make sure that it's in the mesh. And Brad printed out a smaller Hulk for me, like I think it was 6 inches, and the stitches were just a nightmare. But this is going to be 18 inches, so it's all good. Alright, so that's fine, right? You can see some areas where they are above the mesh. If I just grab my move topology, I can grab only, I can grab only the stitches is the idea, not the pants. I'm grabbing the pants. You know what? Let's just pull the pants up. That'd be easier. Oh, now you grab the stitch. You suck. All right, let's try this mask. There you go. Now let's do it. Make sure that's buried in the mesh. This is the tedious part. Like everything else I've done is, that's whatever. But going in and making sure that that these things are actually at a level where they're going to print is more tedious, I think. The rest of it looks pretty good. Let's save this before I lose it. That'd be a bummer. I'm making this model for me. Just for me. Cool, Ultimate Silver. I'll see you later, man. Brush. This one. Brush size. Ah, didn't mean to do that. So this is one of those things where once I dial in the size of the stitch and the where I want to put them, it actually goes much faster than you would expect. So it's all good. It seems way more tedious than it is. Does that have 2? Golly, that's terrible. Can't see that at all. Delete. Here, this is good. Kinda. Oh, perfect. Oh, time. Okay. No, don't do that. And don't connect. I don't want you to connect, dude. Don't connect. There you go. Okay. Oh, it made 2. Made 2 sets of stitches. I didn't want to do that. All right, let's delete, or let's split unmasked. Let's do some. Cool. Split unmasked, right? Okay, I want that one. I don't want this one. All right, I just need to. Yeah, that's okay. Bear with me a second here, you guys. All right, I don't want. Okay, I don't want the top stitches. Okay. And then this one has the right one. Okay. All right. So I can delete hidden. Delete hidden. Right. And then I can split these stitches from the pants. Alright, split hidden. And then I can merge that top stitch with this one here. Just merge down, right? Merge down. It's okay. Alright. Cool. So now I have stitches on one layer, pants on another layer, and I can do some more stitching. I mean, I can do some more of this, or I can move on. What time is it? 3:38. I can move on and do some Hulk. You guys let me know what you want me to do. Down for whatever. Alright, so before I lose these, I'm going to rename this. Rename stitches 1. Copy. And paste. All right. Turn on my Hulk again. Yeah, I forgot. I started making the label for the pants there. I might put my signature or ZBrush or something on the label. Well, you know what? Let's do some veins. That'll be fun. He's missing a lot of veins. Let's do that. Okay. What y'all know about that Hulk butt? This is good because I can get back to doing some anatomy. Oh, this is what I wanted. Yeah. Not you. You move. You move here. All right. Alright, let's get the veins. That can be a new layer. Let's see, am I going to be able to see the bottom of his foot? I'm going to buried in the rock. Alright, these rocks are kind of just like a placeholder right now. Damn, got a voicemail. Alright. This big cube. Makes no sense. Just want to make sure I don't have any other calves on here to look at. Oh, let's make a new layer while we're at it. Layer. Oh, my layers are not even there. Let's see. Alright, new layer. Name. Looking at this guy as well. So for me, this is the fun part. Like if you have all your anatomy and everything kind of figured out, when you move on to the veins, this is like the icing on the cake to me. You know. My calves are bigger than this reference. Not in a good way. How dare you? I have body issue problems. It triggered me. So all I'm doing now is just kind of scrubbing in a little bit of clay buildup on top of this in certain areas, just to make it look like those veins are under the skin instead of just kind of like hoses on top of it. I used to just smooth, but you lose all of the, you lose kind of all of the shape that you just went in and did with the veins. So I like doing this better. Just kind of bury them under the skin. And if you're looking at these bodybuilders, they like, it's real. Some areas you can see the veins on top, and then some areas they kind of like disappear. This is one thing Ramel, I was telling you about Ramel earlier. This a friend of mine that did the Hellboy statue on ArtStation is really good at, like, his anatomy is like, it's super defined, but it's also really realistic. Like some people are more stylized anatomy, like an Eric Sosa, which his stuff is really dope. I have his statues on my desk right now, but they feel more comic book to me, which is, sometimes I'm in the mood for that. Sometimes I'm in the mood for something that looks like a dude who has been irradiated with gamma radiation. Yeah, so if we put some light on here, it's probably gonna look a little more like, catch some of those highlights and shadows. Will do. How am I doing on time? Oh man, 7 more minutes. Anybody have any questions about anything? I'm gonna get out of here. Buenas tardes. Sure. So I'll be back in 2 weeks. I think I'm the 15th. But it's definitely on the Pixelogic page. You can see when I'm on. Also, I'm pretty sure Ashley usually goes the same day as me. Ashley's a beast. The things that it takes me a month to do, she can do in one session. So like, that's her mutant ability. Definitely stick around and watch her if you can. I think she's probably on closer to 5 o'clock. What time is it now for me? Almost 4. Yeah, 5 or 7, something like that. No worries, Ian. Thank you for stopping by. Everybody who came, if you're new, thank you for checking me out. If you are returning, thank you for coming back. All right, so yeah, you can see those veins. God, man, veins make it happen. So I'll be doing more of that. Be doing more stitches, and just wrapping this thing up so I can cut it up and print it. Well, let's do a render before I get out of here. Move. You move. Let's get this out of here. Where's AA half? A half. This looks like I'm missing something on my base. Where's my base? This thing, right? Yeah, and this is supposed to be... It's supposed to be a negative. It goes in there. it's negative. Because it goes above everything. Let's see. Seriously, dude? All right. Well, this is supposed to be cutting into these rocks. There it is. No, kind of, almost. Let's down below this one. On, off. You suck. So this goes in here and this goes in here. On, off. There you go. 12th time's the charm. Let's do a render and then I'm gonna be out of here. There's one, and layer, bake, create. Let's do another one. T-frame. Actually, move this light. There, put that there. Yeah, now let's do this. On the pants, what did you start off with? I did a I took the base, like the lowest, it's easier for me just to show you. I'll show you. Hold on a sec. Let's see, render, shadow. I want some blur, a little more blur. All right, one more time. One more time. Okay, all right, layer, bake. Let's go to actual size, export. Let's say this is 11. No. Document, export. Photoshop. There it is. Get this out of the way. Oh, it drew on the guy. I didn't do that. Open 11 renderings. Hulk standing 11. All right. So. There you go. All right, and you can see those veins, like when you start hitting them with some light, they start to really pop off and look good. Look good. Stitches. There's our stitches. So we're getting there, right? Little by little. I got to get this thing done before the school year is up, because my friend who is helping me out is, you know, I don't know. I think he has we're buying the resin and using the school's printer or whatever. So, all right, guys, that is what I got for the day. You guys take care. Stream Cookie, peace. When you make the clothes, what are you doing? Oh, let me show you what I did real quick before I get out of here. All right, so for his pants, layer, merge, okay, T-frame, frame. All right, so for his pants, what I did was I started with him, right? And I jumped down to the lowest subdivision level. And I basically just isolated something like this, right? I made a duplicate and delete hidden and delete higher. And then after I did that, I just went to my Z modeler and did a QMesh and drew it out, gave it some thickness and started sculpting, right? So the pants were the low-res version of that, and after just sculpting the crap out of them, they became this. You feel me? All right, cool. All right, thanks, guys. I will see you next time. That's my time, and take care. Peace. See you on the 15th. Oh wait, stop streaming. Stop streaming. Yes.